Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Patched.
Welcome back.
Yes, and today we're going to be reviewing the Razer Deathadder V2. So this is the second version. And we did a review on the original one, and that was actually a very popular mouse. It sold over, what, like 80 million or 60 million or something, so crazy number. Oh, never mind. 10 million, but still, that's still crazy, you know?
But yeah, I mean, this is like one of the most popular, one of the most talked about mice of all time, the original Deathadder.
Yes.
And it had so many variations over the days. So, I mean, as far as the old one goes, I mean, I personally didn't like it that much because I thought it was a larger mouse. It was a little bit heavy. I mean, because we were comparing it to newer ones, right? We released our review. We were late into the review games since we're new into YouTube and all that. So, I mean, with the V2, there's a lot of improvements that were made. But what did you think of the original one?
For me, the original one I did not like because of the shape, and that was the main reason. There were also other things. If you guys want to check out the review, you guys can. But the main thing is the shape, and the shape they kept the same obviously, so I'm not gonna like this mouse again, you know. But that's just personal preference. The retail price on this is $70, which is I guess mid-tier pricing, mid-range, you know. And the original Deathadder was also $70, and which you can get for $25 right now, like on Best Buy, which is insane.
Yeah.
So the most notable change I would say is the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the weight is down from over 100 grams to 82 on paper. So
yes,
that's a crazy improvement.
Yes.
Obviously, they know their market. They know everyone's into light mice now. I mean, with the last one, I only really didn't like it just because it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't modern. It was released a while ago, so it didn't have, you know, it had a crappy cord and just it was sort of bulky
and the skates.
Yeah, the skates were really bad.
Yes.
But that's another thing they fixed with these. I mean, they added their PTFE skates on them. They're really nice. Glides around fast. It's lighter. Of course, they've paracorded it as well. They've got their Razer optical switches in there, as well as their Focus Plus sensor, which is, I mean, just various improvements in there.
And I also like the side grips. The side grips are a nice touch. But also another thing that I don't like about the mouse are the buttons. Like the left click and right click, it's that signature, like kind of mushy type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels similar to the Viper. And I wasn't a huge fan of it. Of course, like always, you can get used to it. It's not something that, you know, it's a game changer for me. But I don't like the mouse 1 and 2 buttons too much. I wish it was a little bit like it had a faster rebound or something, you know. Obviously, there's only side buttons on the left side because this is a right-handed ergonomic mouse. Also, the side buttons have a lot of like a post travel. You know, you click and it goes like a million miles. It's too much for me. I don't like it. So
I mean, I don't mind the side buttons. I just love the gigantic side buttons on there. They're super easy to press. There's a lot of room for your thumb on this mouse. I mean, I personally have larger hands, so I didn't mind palming the original Deathadder. Obviously, no issue palming this one. Although I do prefer a fingertip grip, which is rough on this mouse. Even for my larger hands, it hits the back of your palm too much when you're using it, which just makes it a little bit rougher to use. So.
Yes, and then the palm swell on the left side of the mouse, like on the right side, it's not very high up, you know, but on the left side it comes up a lot, which, you know, which is very comfortable if you are palm gripping. But to me, it's not very comfortable because I prefer a low profile mouse. Like Lucas said, if you have a large hand and if you palm grip, then you should be fine. Also, if you fingertip grip, you should be fine as well, you know, if you have a large size hand. But I feel like people with medium sized hands to small sized hands will suffer a little bit. I mean, I have medium sized hands, and if I palm grip, my fingers barely hang off, and that should be okay, but I don't palm grip, so the mouse shape isn't very comfortable for me. One thing I do kind of like is the texture of the mouse, you know, on top. Yeah, the texture of the mouse is pretty nice.
The rubber side grips are also a nice touch, of course.
And you have two buttons for your DPI if you want to change that. Also here on the bottom you have a profile switcher. So it's a button to switch profiles if you would like. So obviously it is an improvement from the old one. You know, so I would say they definitely did improve it. You know, the cord's better, the glides are better, it's lighter, but the shape and the buttons and I guess the texture and all that is pretty much the same. So if you did like the old Deathadder, but you kind of want like that modern twist to it, then this is a great mouse for you. Obviously, like I said, it's not a great mouse for me, and I didn't like the old one, and I also don't like the new one too much. So that's just my consensus. But did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is you can get the old version of this for $25, right? So you gotta make the discernment of whether that's worth it to you to get the old one for $25 or go with the new one for $70.
Was it like 3 times more expensive,
Yeah,
dude?
I mean, personally, I think it's worth the jump. So if you like the old one, you're gonna love this one. All right, so it's lighter weight. Everything about it is just better on paper, and then physically when you're using it, I mean, it's fantastic, right? As compared to the old version. So I think that's worth it personally. Would I use this mouse on a daily basis? Not really, just because I have other mice that I like using. So it's not for me. Again, it's a really popular mice. So if you like the old version, definitely cop the V2.
So if you guys do want to get it, I will leave a link in the description box. So that's our review on the Razer Deathadder V2. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you in the next one.